Here on PrizePicks for Tuesday, November 19th. Before we get started, you guys, link in the description. Hop into the Discord. 20% off your first month if you are a first-time member using the link in the description, promo code TUFF. Again, that's where I post all the plays I'm making on PrizePicks. We have other caps in there as well. Super positive community in there. Everyone just trying to help each other cash. Also, to mention, I'm not a gambling expert, not financial advice. Simply just plays I'm personally looking at making. Hopefully, giving you guys some insight and analysis to make your own player prop decisions here. Again, no one's pressing submit on those parlays other than yourselves. Also, you guys, a couple housekeeping things. Follow me on Twitter. Been doing daily plays of the day on Twitter with full write-ups, as you can see here. My Twitter account is at ToughPicks. So again, give me a follow. These plays will be separate from YouTube plays, so I'm not going to have the same plays for both YouTube and Twitter. Again, at ToughPicks on Twitter, give me a follow. Also, Daily Grand Fantasy, you guys, DFS Optimizer, absolute elite tool that I do use on a regular basis to add plays into my parlays. For example, Desmond Bain, 30.5 PRA is on PrizePicks at 30.5. It's on Pinnacle at 28.5, showing us a 2-point discrepancy, giving us a 54.2% odds to hit according to Daily Grand Fantasy DFS Optimizer. So again, it does all the hard work for you. You would again have to be going to all these different books, then back to PrizePicks, back to the books. If you're an underdog, parlay play, sleeper, whatever DFS platform you play on, they have an optimizer for you. You can get 25% off your first month at Daily Grand Fantasy using promo code TUFF with the link in the description below of this video. But yeah, let's get into it. NBA Cup games should be super competitive. I want to keep this video as brief and concise as possible. Let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. First play I'm looking at is going to be Donovan Mitchell over 41 fantasy score. Absolute great spot. I think, two top teams in the East, Cleveland, Boston, playing at Boston. Donovan Mitchell sat last game due to rest, and he should be fully rested, ready to go. He hasn't played since the 15th, it's the 19th. He hasn't played in 4 days. So his last 3 games, 60, 58, and 59 fantasy. Just been absolutely on fire. And we look at the home versus away splits for Donovan, averaging more points, rebounds, and assists, more steals. Significantly more field goal attempts, 3 more, and then more 3-point attempts. So just volume across the board and effectiveness up a lot, home versus away. And this is an away game at Boston. Should be just an electric crowd. We know Donovan Mitchell is from the Northeast. And just given how he's played over those last 3, right, just been absolutely on fire. The Celtics are also 0-1 in the tournament. So again, this game should just be electric, back and forth type of atmosphere. But like I said, Donovan Mitchell this season on the road per 36 minutes is averaging 50.5 fantasy points and 1.4 fantasy points per minute, seeing the highest usage on the team at 32.2. And then, like I said, Donovan, last 5 games versus the Boston Celtics, that was last year in the playoffs. Over the line in 4 of his last 5, 49, 47, 48, and 50.7 in those games in the playoffs last year. And again, I think Kenny Atkinson, the new head coach at Cleveland, has kind of changed things around, and Donovan has just been absolutely amazing this year, and he's been super effective on the ball and off the ball. Because we look at guards, players' fantasy score game log this season versus the Celtics in 30-plus minutes, 10 different guards have cleared this line. Like Jaden Ivey, Jordan Poole, both had 43 and 44. Benedict Mathurin, 45.2. LaMelo Ball, 52.8. Dyson Daniels, 54.1. So you can see kind of similar type of guards besides Curry and, Tyrese Halliburton. A lot of these guards are similar, and I would say none of them as good as Donovan Mitchell were able to clear this line here against the Celtics because of the drop coverage. They allow pretty much guards to get any shot they want off along the perimeter. So, Donovan Mitchell over 41 fantasy is the first play. The second play I'm looking at is an assist combo. It's going to be LaMelo Ball and Ben Simmons over 12.5. Again, if you don't like the combo, you could play Ben Simmons. I would say Ben Simmons at 5.5. Is a good play at the board currently, but I like the combo with Ben Simmons and LaMelo Ball in this one. Looking at this game here, 3-point spread at Brooklyn. Game should be a ton of back and forth. We know Ben Simmons' floor for his minutes is safe, but he doesn't have a high upside. I mean, he's been averaging 22 to 25 minutes per game, but Claxton and Sharp are out. He's starting at the center position. And then we know Brooklyn, both these teams just aren't great defenses, but Ben Simmons here, over 5.5 assists is minus 120. BetMGM minus 120 on Bet365. But he is over in 10 of 15 games. He's over in this season in 23 minutes. He's over in 5 of 8 when he plays 23 minutes. But even if we filter this down a little bit, 21 minutes, he's over in 7 of 10, averaging 7 assists per game, 11.2 potentials per game. And then LaMelo Ball, over 6.5 assists, is at minus 154, minus 155 on DraftKings. So heavily favored to get us at least 7 assists here. So if he can get 7, and Ben Simmons can get us 6, right? We're good. We're over on this one. And then LaMelo Ball averaging 12.7 potential assists per game this season. If we filter this to on the road, that goes up a little bit. 4 of 6 this season, averaging 7.33, 13 potential assists. And actually, one of these games is not available, but LaMelo Ball averaging 7.3 potential assists on the road this season, and Ben Simmons averaging 7.7 potential assists at home. So again, combined, we're talking about 15 total assists average this season in the kind of game environments for each player. All we need is 13. Line doesn't really make sense to me. Both these teams bottom 12 in defensive rating. Charlotte's 12th worst, and Brooklyn is the 5th worst defensive rating team in the NBA. Should just be a ton of back and forth, ton of scoring here. And at 12.5, I love this spot for both players. So again, link in the description below for the Discord, Daily Grand Fantasy. Follow me on Twitter. Please drop a like, hit that subscribe button. 2 player props for the YouTube video. And as always, let's catch.